and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a follow-on from yesterday's video where I unboxed with you my first ever pair of barefoot minimalist shoes. Today's video is about why I chose Vivo Barefoot brand in particular. So let's just get right into the video. Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Meg if you're new here, and yesterday I did a video where I unboxed with you for the first time ever my first pair of zero drop shoes. So I hadn't opened the box. I will pop a link up of that one above and also down in the description box below. So it was my first ever real look at a pair of minimalist shoes. I was very excited, and I'm even happier today to be sharing with you another video, a follow-on kind of video about why I chose this brand in particular. So the reason I chose Vivo Barefoot brand is because one, they seem to be the most popular, I'm not going to lie. They pop up in a lot of videos when you do research on barefoot minimalist shoes, and I mentioned in my video yesterday about a handful of YouTubers that I follow who are in the same kind of sustainable niche as I am, if that makes sense, and they were always mentioning the brand Vivo Barefoot. So it's something that I wanted to look into. I already mentioned in my video yesterday about how I do try to avoid being drawn in too much to commercialism and big brands trying to constantly market something to you. But oh, that noise, I forgot to do a forewarning, which I had to do in a previous video, so just in advance I do apologize if you do hear any background noise. There is a lot of construction work going on over the other side of the road, and unfortunately it goes on 6 days a week, starts first thing in the morning, and so it's really limiting me on when I can actually film in peace and quiet. So I do apologise for it. There's nothing I can do about it. It is very disruptive, but yeah, just a forewarning for you. Okay, so let me get back into it. So yeah, Vivo Barefoot brand is one that kept cropping up, and like I was saying, I try to not get drawn in too much to the latest kind of trend and things like that. I prefer to research things for what they really are and the science behind it and that kind of thing. So I chose this brand because, if I'm being completely honest, they seem to offer the widest range of style of shoe. So from what I've seen, barefoot shoes tend to be more geared towards running shoes and sporty types of shoes. Now, I already mentioned yesterday that my partner has bought the same pair for running, but I've bought them for kind of as an all-rounder trainer sports shoe. So I don't go running, so that's not something that I'm going to be using them for. But actually, you never know, that is something that I might start doing. So that would be great if I could add a new hobby because I've bought these shoes. So yeah, they seem to offer the widest range of styles, and I really liked that. They offer a range of kind of formal shoes as well. They also offer children's shoes and shoes that are just a bit more smart casual, not just sporty looking trainers. So that was the main reason. The other reason being that they seem to be recommended a lot. They seem to be very highly praised. They seem to be in most people's videos that I was watching, real review videos. The other thing that really attracted me to this brand is that they offer a repurposing kind of scheme. So they have a separate website called Revivo, I think that's how you pronounce it, and basically they refurbish people's old shoes and they sell you them at a discounted price. So it avoids waste and unnecessary amounts of shoes that go into landfill. The number I can't specifically remember, but it was a horrific amount of shoes end up in landfill. So they've created this new kind of separate scheme that they offer where you can buy their shoes secondhand. And this is something that really appealed to me and also my partner. Now, Vivo Barefoot isn't an entirely vegan brand, but they do offer a range of vegan shoes. Now, without causing too much controversy, I'm going to talk about my opinion on buying non-vegan shoes from their Revivo website. Now, I'm sure there'll be people who will disagree with me, but I'm just going to share my opinion, and my videos are always a genuine representation of myself, so I think there are always going to be varying opinions online and in the world. So unfortunately, their range of vegan shoes is not very large on their main website, and I did find that a bit of a shame. There's like a pair of walking boots that they do that I'd really love. There are some more smart casual, kind of more formal pump looking shoes that they do that also aren't vegan. And this was the only, I would say, my only drawback with the company was that they don't offer enough vegan shoes, or vegan friendly shoes. So their Revivo website, like I say, refurbishes and refreshes or upcycles old shoes, preventing them from going to waste, and then resells them at a more discounted price. And they obviously have leather shoes, so non-vegan friendly shoes, on their Revivo website. Now, my opinion is that I will probably buy a pair of their second-hand leather shoes, because the way I perceive it is that shoe has already been manufactured. So it's already been produced, and I feel that I'm contributing to preventing waste, and I've also not, I feel, contributed to the demand of making new leather shoes or non-vegan products, if that makes sense. So I feel that that's something that I will do. Like I say, I don't know if some people will think that this makes me a bad vegan, but the fact that they offer that scheme, and that's something I really haven't come across before, a company offering a kind of refurbish, second-hand element to their business, if that makes sense. So I think that's a really good thing to support. It will mean that I will own a pair of shoes that are non-vegan, but I don't believe that I contributed to the initial production of them and preventing them from going to waste. And it's also allowing me a bit more choice. Now, on the other hand, you could say, if that is controversial of me, then in a way, vegans and like myself shouldn't be buying from a brand that sells non-vegan items. So that's how I kind of perceive it. Let me know in the comments section how you feel about this. I'm sure there will be people who disagree and agree. That's kind of life. So yeah, that's my perception. There are some really nice shoes on there that are made of leather. They're the refurbished ones that are second hand, and I'll be giving them a new lease of life, I guess. And so yeah, that was something that really appealed to me. They also use recycled materials. This shoe in particular doesn't showcase it, but they do shoes that have a recycled sole. I don't know if this sole is recycled, it might possibly be, but where you can see the speckles of multicolored bits of plastic in it. I think that's really, really cool. And then inside here, there is an insole that is definitely recycled. I think this is really cool. I hope that you can see this. Let me just check again. So yeah, you can see all the multicolored bits of plastic, and yeah, it says recycled on there. So I really like that. They also offer some like water shoes, Algae Bloom, I think, or Bloom, and basically they use toxic algae from the waste algae, I believe. I don't quote me on that, I will have to double check. But yeah, it prevents this damaging algae from remaining in our waters, and they use that towards making these Algae Bloom shoes, which I also thought was really, really good. And I would be looking into getting a pair of those for hopefully travelling when we're allowed to, and walking and going through different kind of terrains and in and out of water. So yeah, I also think that's a really positive part of the company, that they try to focus on recycling as much as possible and preventing plastic waste. So that's another thing. And the other, I'd say, biggest reason in particular for my partner, due to using them for running, was their 100-day guarantee return. So this is pretty amazing, and to be honest, for our first ever pair of minimalist shoes, I don't think we would have bought them any other way, because it's such a big transition, it's such a big adaptation to a new way of walking and a concept that your body has to get used to, that I don't think we would have bought a pair that you couldn't trial first. So the fact that they offer a 100-day free return on the shoes, regardless of whether you've worn them outdoors or not, I think is absolutely amazing. So they'll literally let you trial them for over 3 months, indoors, outdoors, whatever you want to do with them, to make sure that you're fully happy with them. And if you're not happy with them and you don't get on with them for whatever reason, they offer a no quibbles free return policy, which I think is absolutely amazing. So yeah, those are my reasons for choosing Vivo Barefoot as a brand for my first ever pair of minimalist shoes. I felt like it was the safest brand to go with, seemed to be the most popular. I love the recycled ethos that they have in their shoes. They do offer a vegan range, and then they've got the Revivo refurbishing website that allows you to put second-hand shoes to a secondary use or have a second home, and they offer their 100-day free returns. So yeah, it felt like the best brand to go with, if I'm honest. I'm really happy with them. I haven't worn them yet, but I did mention yesterday that I'll be doing an actual review of them once I've actually worn them. And I have been looking at other brands, so for example Wildings in the UK, and also Zero Shoes are the other two companies that I'm looking at the moment. So Zero Shoes have a pair of sandals that I'd be really interested in. They're very, very minimalist. And Wildings don't offer sturdy shoes as such, from what I can see. They don't offer this kind of sporty type of shoe. It's more canvasy cotton hemp shoes, which is amazing, absolutely amazing. And they do have a pair of black, I think they're called Fly Fox, I will double check that, black boots that I'm really interested in, but they don't offer what would appear like weather resistant shoes. So that's something that's important for me. Unfortunately, in this country we do get a lot of rain and a lot of quite bad weather. So yeah, those are the other two brands that I'm considering. So yeah, today was just about running through with you why I chose this particular brand. I will do an updated video, like I say, once I've actually started using them, to give you some feedback on them and to let you know how I've got on. Hopefully it is successful. I'm really excited about this journey, and I'm really happy to be sharing it with you guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. I hope that you enjoyed this one today. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And also I have a Facebook page called Red Curl Vegan, if you want to go and check that one out as well, and give that one a like. All sorts of little everyday posts that I put up on there to share with you as well. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.